What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Guitar Talk with Todd here at Todd Beebe Music. Another guitar review today. We have another Gibson Les Paul. This is a classic. This is a 2001 model. This was has the hotter pickups in it, the 496 and the 500. It has the 1960 pick guard on it. I'm going to get a close-up of that later. Green trapezoid inlays that a lot of guys either love or hate those. A rosewood fingerboard. It's got the 1960 neck. These classics first came out in 91, I want to say. You know, they were definitely a throwback to the older 1960 models. It doesn't have the 59 neck. It's got the the slimmer 1960s style neck. Some people love it, some people don't. It's known as a faster neck. You do feel like you can play a little bit quicker on this neck because it's not as bulky. Some people love it, some people don't. Some people like that 57 through 59 neck that are obviously revered on Les Pauls as well. So it's really just a preference thing, but this definitely has the 1960, as all the classics did that were put out at this time. Again, this is a 2001 vintage burst or tobacco burst, whatever you want to call it here. Mahogany body, maple top, two-piece. Just another great guitar here. So yeah, just a great little guitar here. Binding on the neck, binding on the front of the body. Very similar to a standard. Classics have been in the line for quite a few years now. Gibson's still putting them out now. I know red is a very hot color right now, and they've got like the zebra, pickups with the black and white in it. Last year and the year before, green. They might still make the green in 2021, I believe. So they got some really cool colors they've come out with. It used to be there was just like the traditional colors, which is more like what this is. You can still get all those, but now they've got green, red, too. There's some great classics out there. Really great guitars. It's like you've got the studio Les Paul, and then there's the Les Paul Classic, and then there's the Les Paul Standard, and then the custom, and obviously they're custom shop and all that stuff, which is higher. But classics tend to sell for a little bit less than standards, and they're definitely a great bang for the buck because they have a lot of the same appointments that a standard does, like we were saying, maple top, mahogany body, ABR1 style bridge, not Nashville, stop bar tailpiece. Like I said, this has the 496 and the 500 pickups in it, which are a little bit hotter. So I am going to test drive this and play it a little bit here for you, so check it out. Okay, so here is the case for the 2001 Gibson Les Paul Classic. Obviously, period correct there. Gibson, right about this time, had started to phase out the light brown cases, which I love, that also had the Gibson USA logo on them. They had the pink interior. Inside these were obviously black on the outside, and then there's the guitar, of course, with the gray interior. They went to white on these for a while too on the inside. Getting some close-ups here. 3 toggle switch there, rhythm treble with the poker chip. Again, we had the 496 and the 500, a little bit hotter humbucker pickups that were in the classics here during this time. ABR1 two-pneumatic bridge. I don't know why I keep saying Nashville style. This is not the Nashville style, the ABR1 bridge here. Stop bar tailpiece. Again, you can see the seam here. Got the 2-piece maple top. Vintage sunburst. So like I was talking about earlier, these came with the 1960 pick guard, so it was like engraved on there into these with gold on it as well. This one is starting to wear off. Actually, this is a second one. The original is in the case untouched, because they would kind of wear off there for a while. You could see the one is starting to fade, and not too bad. I've seen them a lot worse than this, where you can't even read it, barely. But, you know, it's just something that's going to happen. So if it is something you want to preserve, it's always good to take it off. Get a different one like this, or even just a plain one, and put it on, or take the pick guard off altogether if that's what you like. I always have liked having pick guards on, but that's just me. And like we said, the green trapezoid inlays, which are very, you know, common on Les Paul Classics. Yellow, green, whatever you want to call them. Some look more yellowish, some look more green from guitar to guitar. Some guys hate these things. I've seen people completely take them all out and put, you know, replace them with just your standard white ones, you know, with the mother of pearl look. They never bothered me. They're supposed to look aged, which is also why they have the aged, you know, tip on here that's yellow. That was a whole thing when they first came out with these classics that they were going for. Then, of course, up here in the headstock, we have the classic instead of model under the Les Paul silkscreen logo. Interestingly enough, when the first classics came out, they did say Les Paul model. And I guess the story I've heard is that some guys were trying to sell them off as real 1960 Les Pauls, and which, if you kind of know what you're looking for, that wouldn't have been able to fly. But I guess they did. It did fly for some people, so they quit doing that, and they put the classic right under the silkscreen logo. Obviously, you have the truss rod cover there too as well, and the mother of pearl Gibson logo. I don't know if I mentioned too, this does have like the bleeders, the pointers down here. You know, the metal reader underneath these knobs, which is also typical on the Classic. Classics, great bang for the buck, and this one's just a beautiful example. All right, so here is the back of the headstock on this Gibson Les Paul Classic 2001. The late great Hubert Sumlin signed this to me. You can see my name there, and he signed the back of this. Hubert was a great guy. I was around him a lot. Howlin' Wolf's awesome guitar player. Huge influence on me. It's an honor for me to have this that Hubert signed to me. I'm going to throw some pictures up of him signing this as well. Hubert was awesome. There's the back of the guitar. Just a gorgeous mahogany body there. All right, so there you have it, you guys. That is the Gibson Les Paul 2001 Classic. Great guitars. Like I said, they're still making the Classic today. In my opinion, probably the best. This and the Gibson Les Paul Studio, if you're looking for something made in Nashville at the Gibson plant, the Studio and the Classic are right there for Les Pauls. They are the best bang for the buck, in my opinion. Obviously, they've gotten into the Studio T, all that stuff now. The choices are kind of overwhelming. You got to kind of just wade through all that stuff on your own and kind of figure it out. But these are great guitars, so check out the Les Paul Classic if you get a chance. Pick one up if you get a chance, of course. The more guitars, the better. And definitely play one if you get a chance. But thanks for checking in again today, you guys. We'll have more coming at you soon. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Find me on Facebook at Todd Beebe Music. And we'll see you guys again. Thanks for checking in.